Hey guys, so Tuesday, and the last time I made a video was when I was going into surgery, or well, the day before my surgery, and as you can see, I still have some scabbing on my nipples. I don't have any sensation on my nipples or around it. I don't have any sensation all over here, but I can feel this area a little bit, like everything on this side. I can feel, I can't feel anything that's right here or right here. But I can feel this, I can feel that, I can feel everything underneath my scab, which makes sense because they didn't have to cut anything there, so none of my nerves got disconnected. But this is the first time in 13 years that I have woken up without incredible back pain, and this is the first time in so long that I have actually felt free. Like, I'm not carrying an extra 20 pounds around on my chest, and I can actually be shirtless. Like, I walked home shirtless today, not because it was crazy hot, and it actually wasn't crazy cold, thankfully, but it was pretty alright. You know, my walk was pretty nice. But yeah, I mean, my scars are starting to flatten. I massage them every day. I still have some wrinkling up here. That might not go away, but to be honest, I'm not even really too worried about that. Once I start building my pecs more, my wrinkles will start to disappear. I'm still sore in some spots, like, you know, I work at the elementary school, and I picked up a student the other day to give him a piggyback ride outside, and he accidentally, like, punched my chest. He didn't do it intentionally, and he didn't do it hard, but it was still very tender because my nerves are reconnecting themselves. I can't lay on my stomach yet. My chest still is kind of sore when I put all of my body weight on it. But, you know, I don't feel disgusting anymore. And I walk so confident now. I can stand up so much straighter. Like, I literally feel like a whole new man. Like, even though I'm the same person and I still have the same exact body, I feel like a whole new man. Like, Dr. Tobias did such a good job resculpting my chest that, like, even this little part, which at first, you know, that coming together there kind of reminded me of cleavage when I, like, first got out of surgery and for the first week, and I was kind of dysphoric about it. But now I'm just like, whatever, they're gone. This is the way my chest looks, and I'm happy with it. It's better than having boulders there. To all of my friends on my Facebook who are post-op or pre-op, who feels like they're never going to get there, you will get there. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some patience. It might take some money out of your pocket, but you will get there. For those of you who, you know, are in the process of starting their surgery route, push-ups are going to be your best friend. They're going to help build your pec muscles, and you're not going to be able to do them for a month after surgery. You can start it if you want and build up those pec muscles. Like, I built mine up, and you can actually see I can flex my pecs now, which isn't something, I mean, I always thought I could do, but I had giant bags of fat there, so it hid them. But they're gone now, and I can flex my pecs, and I feel so handsome all the time. Like, I could literally be walking around in boxer shirt with a giant hole in the crotch, and I would still feel so ridiculously handsome. Like, the confidence boost that comes after surgery is so surreal. I thought that I was going to get depressed after surgery. That is a thing. A lot of guys, well, maybe not a lot, but there are a few guys out there who get what's called post-op depression. And although we don't like our chests and we don't like having boobs per se, it's still a huge part of you. It's a huge part of you. You deal with them every day. You find ways to cope with the fact that you have them. And for example, a buddy of mine got depressed after surgery. You know, he had a surgery in the dead of winter, and he was trapped in his house for 2 months, and he couldn't go anywhere, and you have to deal with losing a part of your body, whether or not you liked it. It's still a change. Like, for example, when I cross my arms, I have to get used to the fact that I don't have to lift up any fat. I can just cross my arms, and it's weird. It's great, but it's weird. It's definitely something that takes getting used to. You know, my nipples aren't in the same spot that they were at all, so when I first woke up from surgery, I went to go scratch my nipple, and I went right here, because that's where my nipple normally was. They were over more, and they were down more. But they picked them up and they moved them over. They resize them. You can actually see that scab is where my nipple actually is. And my nipple itself is going to be really small. My areola is much smaller than it used to be. That term pepperoni nipples, that was my life. Okay, not because my nipples were huge, but my areolas were huge. He cut them off. He resized them, he resized my nipple, he reattached it, and then he sewed it back onto my body. And they're healing really good, except here I think I'm getting a little keloid, but that could be because I didn't relax nearly as much as I was supposed to. You're really supposed to not do anything for a month, and I think I only went like 2.5 weeks before I started doing things again. Like, even if it's just small things like taking the dog out or washing the dishes, which are activities I used to do when I shouldn't, it messed up my chest, although it didn't mess it up so bad that I'm dysphoric about it. I have a keloid on my nipple. Whatever. You know what I mean? It happens. There is no guarantee on how your body is going to heal. My surgeon could do this surgery 16,000 times, but out of those 16,000 people, there only needs to be one person whose body does not heal the way it normally does, or the way a body normally does, okay? So, I have a keloid. I got some wrinkles. I got, my scars go close together and they look a little bit like cleavage, whatever. I don't care. It's amazing how many things you stop to care about when it comes to your body when you're actually comfortable in your body. I've had a lot of people ask me, oh, so now that you got top surgery, are you going to go ahead and pursue with bottom surgery? I am still on the fence about bottom surgery. There are a lot of complications and a lot of options, and to be honest, I don't want to go through another surgery right now. It takes a lot out of your body. I was out of work for 3 weeks, which is a huge financial struggle. I mean, thankfully, my partner makes decent money where we were able to survive, without eating cardboard for the month that I was out of work. But now it's like catching up on bills, and I got a phone bill I have to pay, and we just had to pay rent, and, we didn't even have money for food. Thankfully, my mom bought us a whole bunch of food, but, if it wasn't for her, we would probably be eating cardboard right now. So to all of my cis friends, my friends who identify as the gender that their body says that they are, if you know trans people who are going through surgery, they have a surgery coming up, or they are just starting their transition, literally the best thing that you can do for them is support them. Like, I have a buddy who lives down the street from me, and when my partner was at work, I would shoot him a text and I would ask him to, come bring my laundry upstairs. Even something as simple as to pour me a drink. I had a 10-pound weight limit, which means I couldn't lift anything over half a gallon. So my partner and I, we had a couple of gallons of juice, and I would text my buddy Brennan, hey dude, can you come do me a favor? And he'd come to my house, and I'd be like, what's up, bro? He'd be like, what's up, bro? And I'd be like, yo, can you pour me a drink? And, he laughed at me because it was silly. Like, oh, man, my poor dude can't even pour a drink. But it wasn't like, oh, you're so pathetic, you can't do this. No, it's, oh, you're recovering. You have a weight limit. You need to take care of yourself. Yeah, dude, I'll pour that drink for you. So even if all you do is pour a drink for somebody when they're recovering, trust me, it's a huge help, okay? There's nothing worse than feeling useless. Like, I couldn't even lift a bag of potatoes if I wanted to, and that takes a bit of a toll on your mind, you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh wow, I can't do this, or you start to get worried, like, this isn't heavy, but is it over 10 pounds? Is this more than I should be lifting? And if that's the case, don't do it, okay? Don't. Again, if you're cis and you have friends going through surgery, make sure they are not overexerting themselves, okay? You want to be a good friend? Help them out. Pour them that drink of juice that they need. Bring their laundry to the washing machine. Take their dog out for a walk. You know what I mean? Help them. Because as much as we look forward to it, and as much as we love surgery, and we love our new chests, we still need help. You know what I mean? And sometimes, yeah, we do feel a little bit useless. So, to everybody who has helped me out, whether it was, sending positive thoughts, or Brennan, huge shout out, bro. Thanks for pouring my juice, man, and walking my dog, and pouring my laundry. It was wicked cool. You didn't have to walk 5 minutes just to come hang out with me for 2 minutes to do something as simple as pour me a glass of juice. Alright, so thank you, bro. I really appreciate you, man. Also, you came and you kept me company while Lorena was at work, so thank you for that, because I wasn't bored. Thank you for shooting the shit with me. Thank you for always seeing me as a dude. Even when you knew me when I had boobs, you still saw me as a dude. And to all my friends who knew me, pre-T and pre-op, and my friends who are now just coming into my life, you guys have all supported me since day one. And if it wasn't for you guys, I would not be the man that I am. Speaking of not being the man that I am, a huge shout out to my partner, Loren. Thank you, babe. If it was not for you, I wouldn't be able to be here. I would not have had the patience to wait the time that I had to wait for my surgery. Thank you for taking amazing care of me while I was recovering. Thank you for changing my dressings and yelling at me when you thought I was overexerting myself. Even though I was stubborn and I didn't listen to you, you still had my best interest in mind. So thank you, babe. I love you a lot, and you made me the man that I am today, you know? So my parents have done nothing but support me, and you know, they had to deal with the fact that they lost their daughter, but they gained a son, and it took a while to understand that, but they did it. Senta, my little big sister, thank you, homie. I know that you, by far, had one of the hardest times coming to terms with my transition, but look at you now, man. You do so good. You refer to me as your brother. I'm still your Mr. Sister. Now I'm a Mr. I was your sister, you know. I'm alright with that. I am now more of your Mr. Sister than I guess I was previously, because I used to be your sister, and again, I'm a Mr. now. So thank you. You know, admitted that you had a hard time coming to terms with my transition, and you supported me throughout my surgery, and you were thinking about me the days coming up on my surgery. So thank you, Senta. I love you so much. And to everybody else who has followed my journey since day one, thank you. You give me motivation to make these videos. I'm happy that I can help teach you guys and help you learn about what it's like to be trans and what we deal with and why we do what we do. I know it's not an easy thing to understand, but I feel watching my videos helps those people who don't understand just a little bit more. So thank you guys. It's always real, always a pleasure. I love teaching you guys. I love that you guys are eager to learn. I love that you guys ask me questions. There's nothing too personal. You know, if you feel like it's a personal message or a personal question and you feel rude asking it, don't feel rude. You know, you're doing it because you want to learn, you want to know these things. If you are just doing it to try and make me look like an ass, it's not going to work. If you're going to try and tell me that my gender is not real, it is not going to work, okay? Excuse me. I don't need a penis to be a man, okay? If you feel like a man, you're a man. You don't need a vagina to be a woman. You don't need boobs to be a woman. You don't need to get rid of your boobs to be a man. You can be a man and have a female chest and have female anatomy. And you can be a woman with a penis. Like, it's all okay. It's all okay. Sex and gender are two different things. I've said it before and I'll say it again, okay? So, my gender is male. I identify as male. Unfortunately, when it comes to medical appointments, my sex is still female. And that's hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I went for surgery and I looked down at my medical bracelet, there was an F next to my sex. And that was really hard for me to deal with. But I understand that if they put it as an M, my health insurance wouldn't have covered my surgery. They look at it as a man does not need a bilateral mastectomy. Oh, but this female has gender dysphoria? Yes, let's get rid of his chest. Let's do it, okay? There are rough days, even after you start testosterone, even after you get your surgery done. That does not mean that everything is going to go smooth. You know, there's not going to be smooth sailing. You're still going to hit some bump in the roads. But it's okay. It's a day-at-a-time thing, and it took me a while to learn that. But here I am, 1 month post-op, feeling better than I have ever felt in my whole entire life. So thank you, everybody, for supporting me. My surgery's for you guys as much as it is for me. Thank you.